I'm going to call Razia Mashkoor for as our first speaker for the first panel.
Thank you, Tapasya. All right, guys. So my topic is challenges that Muslim women faces at large in India, Pakistan and beyond. Indian Muslim women are navigating complex landscape marked by both progress and persistent challenges in political, social and educational spheres. While there has been some progress, however, Indian Muslim women still face many challenges. To improve their lives, we need to support fair policies, protect their religious right, that is very, very important, religious right, and make sure they have equal access to education and opportunities in politics. What is the scene in politics of Indian Muslim women? थोड़ी तवज्जो चाहूँगी आप लोगों की. Political participation. The political representation of Muslim women in India remains limited. In the 2024 general election, Muslim representation in Lok Sabha out of 545 seats declined with only 27 Muslim MP elected. Not women, but both men and women, reflecting a broader trend of underrepresentation. However, there are notable exceptions. Sufia Firdaus made history in June 2024 by becoming the first Muslim woman elected to the Odisha Legislative Assembly, representing the Baravati Cuttack constituency. Her election signifies a breakthrough in a state where Muslim women have historically been absent from legislative roles. What is going on here? She doesn't like my voice? Alright. What is the scene in social challenges? Muslim women in India often face compounded discrimination due to their gender. And again I am saying, and it's really, really important to note, due to their gender and religious misleading identity. This, the mullahs and everybody has played a very, very, very significant role to get it down the Muslim women. Indian Muslim women, while making significant strides in education and public life, continues to face several deep-rooted social challenges. Issues such as limited quality education, early marriages, gender-based discrimination, and restrictions to stemming from both cultural tradition and patriarchal norms persist. In many communities, conservative interpretation, when I am saying this, I meant it is more patriarchal than Islamic, of religion and more of religion and social expectations, limit women's mobility and decision-making power. Additionally, practices like triple talaq, inverted commas, thanks to Modi ji, is now banned. And discussion around hijab, halala have placed Muslim women at the center of political and social debate. This social exclusion has been their systematic marginalization from public to social life. This exclusion is not only a loss for the community, but for the nation as a whole, as it denies the strength wisdom and contribution of half its population. While progressive voices within the community are advocating for reform and empowerment, broader systematic support and inclusive policy making are essential to ensure Indian Muslim women are fully able to exercise their rights, access opportunities and contribute to society without discrimination. Additionally, religious misunderstanding such as hijab, triple talaq, halala, inverted commas, many other reasons included, and the result is they have sparked debate about religious freedom and women's rights, impacting Muslim women's access to education and public life. So there are so many other things happening in their life, but these are the main points. Education में उनका क्या हाल है? So educationally, Muslim women lag other groups in India. Studies indicate that Muslim women have the lowest work participation rates and face significant barriers to education, including socio-economic constraints and conservative social norms. The 2024 ban on madrasas in Uttar Pradesh, affecting approximately 2.7 million students, further complicates educational access for Muslim girls, especially in rural areas where alternative schooling options may be limited or there are no education things there have been. Literacy rate, when we look into the literacy rate of Indian Muslim women, we observe a concerning gap compared to the national average. While the national average for women literacy have around 70%, Muslim women's literacy rates often ranging between 50 to 57%, which is below the national average and highlights a significant gender disparity within the community. The gross enrollment ratio for Muslim women aged 18 to 23 is higher. Education is around 9.43%, slightly higher than the male counterparts at 8.44%. However, this figure is still below the national average for all communities. When we go or see the southern states like Kerala and Tamil Nadu shows better educational outcome for Muslim women. For instance, in Kerala they have almost 25%, indicating effective regional educational policies. In other states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, we have GERs for Muslim women often below 7%, reflecting regional disparities in educational access and infrastructures. So this is the just few points which I wanted to share with all you, and I don't want to go in details, but for this note, I'm going to conclude this. To challenge regressive practices like hijab, dowry, triple talaq and child marriages and halala, women, especially Muslim women, must be empowered through education and awareness. However, the deeply rooted patriarchal structure in India and across South Asia often stand in the way. Instead of genuine liberation, women are frequently offered sugar-coated patriarchy, token gesture of freedom that preserve the status quo rather than dismantle it. Real change will come not through symbolism but enabling women to speak, lead and act for themselves. That's the only way we can educate them. See, I'm sure everybody heard madrasa. I would like to share one thing. Me and my husband, we both are madrasa product. Our early education we done in madrasa, Quran, Hadith, Urdu, history and math. We did in madrasa, and now I mean, if you see that I am a madrasa product and I am doing working here with the film and all that, can you believe what is narrative said in India about madrasas? So there are so many things we need to work,